Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey.
Welcome to another blind tasting. Today we are doing a blind barrels tasting, and you know how much we love doing that. This is their 13th release. I think it's our 5th time to get a package from them, so it comes out quarterly, so we're pretty excited about that. And this is called The Heat. And that's because they were taking a riff on a previous one they did a couple years ago that had all very high proof whiskeys in it. So we understand that this has got some high proof stuff in it as well. They also partnered up with the folks at Bourbon Real Talk, and you know, they're a pretty great group. We belong to that group on Facebook and watch them at occasionally too. So as they told us, which makes it kind of fun, is that one is an under-the-radar distillery from Middle America that is taking the whiskey scene by storm. Another is a whiskey distilled using 100% of a grain that Blind Barrels has never featured before. And there's a hazmat-proof whiskey aged in the Rocky Mountains. So hazmat typically is 140 or above, and Rocky Mountains, I'm guessing Colorado, but that's all I know. And their first ever repeat distillery. Again, we haven't been long-term customers of Blind Barrels, so we probably wouldn't recognize a repeat distillery, but I still think that's kind of fun to know that they thought enough of this distillery to make their first repeat of them. So I'm excited to see what this looks like. I mean, there are some great legs on the glass. We poured these out. They come in these cute little like 2-ounce bottles. We have, again, that's all we know about them right now. So we'll start out with sample A. See what it's looking like. It's got some great legs on it. Wow, it just is beautiful. And it's kind of a medium amber. These are all kind of a similar color. A couple are a little bit darker than others, but this one has some really nice legs. Let's check out the nose.
The rim is really good.
Oh, it smells really good. Oh my, yeah.
Vanilla, caramel, brown sugar.
Some light baking spice.
Those are the three I'm getting.
It's good. Maybe a little fruit note. I can't figure out what it is, but there's a little bit of a fruit note in there.
It's a sweet one.
The legs are just, you almost can't see through the glass because the legs are so good. I can't wait. So here's the sample A. Whoever you are. A.
Cheers.
It definitely has some pop.
Nose and the palate line up.
It is really good. And those legs, it has a great mouthfeel.
I mean, they line up. There's the finish for me is, it's pleasant, but it is three things. It's vanilla, it's caramel, and it's baking spices.
I just feel like I need to cheat them, and I'm gonna go smell the other ones to see what might be coming.
Oh, I'm gonna wait.
Because that nose is so good, I just kind of want to.
No.
Oh, that one's really different.
I'm not gonna do it because there might be something coming that I don't like. I don't want to pollute this one.
Well, they all smell good to me. There's something familiar about it. I feel like I've had it before. Maybe not at this particular proof point. I do feel this is a proof point around. I'm like in the low 120s, I'm thinking.
I was thinking 120, and I was thinking it's 6 years. I think it's got some experience.
Because it's got a little bit of darkness to it, which is nice.
Now on the back, I'm getting a little bit of barrel.
Don't forget to save a little bit for once we know what it is. Because the other thing we have to do is we save a little bit to find out what it is. And then we also have to decide if we want to buy it, because there's an opportunity if you belong to the club, you can buy these things online. They will ship them to you. So I always like to make sure there's enough left that I can decide when I see the price point if I want to buy it. So.
And you don't want to wait around. We did that last one, and I don't know if it's
The last two we missed out on our favorite one.
But there was one that I absolutely loved, and of all things, was out of El Segundo, California. And
yeah, that was the December box.
Yes, and that one was, I really, really want this. And it was like, nope, it was a one-shot deal and very small place.
So I like this. If I were to guess, because it's got some really interesting notes on it, and the proof point and familiarity. See, my gut is there's a rice whiskey in here, and I'm wondering if this is the rice whiskey. And we have had a rice whiskey before, because I want a box of rice whiskey, or not a box, but a basket of rice whiskey at the Bourbon Women Conference last year. And that's what I keep thinking this other grain is, and I'm wondering if it's that.
Well, it's been a while since we tried it. I remember we really liked it.
We tasted. We got 3 bottles and we tried them all. Yeah,
it was pretty good. I don't know. It's sweet, and now the only thing that's changed is the back. There is, I think, a little bit of white pepper, just a touch, and there's a little bit of barrel.
And I think it could also be a wheater, but I just don't think it's a wheater. I'm not getting enough pastry notes for a wheater.
I don't think it's a wheater. I have no idea what this is. I don't think it's a wheater.
But it kind of reminded me, some notes on it reminded me perhaps of a wheater.
The nose,
which is why I'm thinking it might be a rice whiskey.
The nose reminds me a little bit of wheater.
Yes, absolutely.
So, let's go ahead
check it out.
Let's go ahead and find out.
Let's see what it is. Oh my gosh. High Proof American Rice Whiskey by J.T. Millick Distillers.
Called it. You called it.
Out of Louisiana. Yeah, we have 3 bottles of their stuff. We do not have this high proof one, though. I do not believe. It is 118 proof, so we were kind of close. We said like 120. It is 4+ years old. It's not completely age stated. It is made 100% out of Louisiana rice, and it. They're saying the aromas are spicy and creamy at the same time. I would agree. Nougat and marzipan and nutmeg. I was getting, because I wasn't getting cinnamon, it was more of a nutmeg. And the taste, good texture. Yeah, that's the other reason I was thinking it was the rice whiskey. I recall it having this phenomenal texture to it, and this had a really great mouthfeel. And they're saying baked peach pie. Did we talk about peaches or something like that? No. Right out of the oven, caramel butter. Oh, I could see the caramel butter and toast. Floral notes at the end as you're tasting it. So this is, for the member price, is $59.99. And we do, like I said, we have 3 other J.T. Millick products. And I might be interested, if we don't have this one, I would be very interested in getting it, I think.
Well, it would probably fit the line of, if we have the others. I don't think we have this one.
Yeah, I can't remember if we had a higher proof one or not, but I thought A was great. So, this might bode not well for us when it comes to buying things, because I like that one.
Well, question real quick. What do you think of the price point on it?
$60. I think it's a great price point.
I would agree.
I mean, it's 118 proof. It's at least it's a little over 4 years old. The complexity on the nose and the complexity on the palate, plus that great mouthfeel for me, it kind of hits a lot of cylinders for me.
This is one of the places, when we did try Millick before, it's one of the places, I think we have them on Facebook. We follow them there. I'd really like to go. I would really be curious to meet the owner and meet the workers there, because I think it's really a fascinating direction they're going, and nobody else is doing it.
And it's great. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that we had those little clues, I probably wouldn't have gone there. I would have thought it was a straight bourbon whiskey. And because it has so many of those same notes, and you wouldn't think that rice would do that. That's all about that distillate, right? And what you do with it in the barrel, how it interacts. So it's pretty great. Let's look at B as in boy.
Okay.
Let's look at B as in boy. Again, it's got great legs, and it's a nice medium amber. The legs look great on this one. I like some good legs, because it means it's pretty much going to have a good mouthfeel.
Yep.
Now, at least on the nose on this, I'm getting wheat notes. I feel this has some wheat in the mash bill.
That's a really good call.
Because I'm getting some pastry notes on here.
Because there's no baking spices, brown sugar, cinnamon, no honeysuckle, no.
Well, I'm getting notes of honey and like pastry, dough, baking in the oven kind of a thing.
This is what I get for being raised in the 70s and having grandparents that gave you Swanson frozen dinners all the time. I never get this.
I mean, to me, this smells like a weeder.
The weeder part, I totally agree with. It lines up with it. And we just did a weeding not that long ago.
We've been on a wheat run accidentally. It wasn't like we were looking at this to do all these weeders, but we ended up on a wheat run and like things that we didn't even think were wheat. We were drinking wheat, so it was kind of funny. But and because we've had so many weeders lately, this definitely stands out as a weeder to me. I could be completely wrong. Well, Heaven knows I am a lot.
Well, true story.
Want to taste it?
Sure.
For B.
B. Cheers.
I hope this palate is half as good as the nose. It'd be great.
It's wheat.
We have had this before. I would name the bottle. I'm not going to do that, but I feel like I could name the bottle.
I think I'm looking at it.
I
ain't seeing the corn.
It is, I think it's made with a soft red wheat. Because these are the higher proof things, I'm going to go again with around 120 proof probably. I'm getting these great pastry notes on this. It's got some, I want to see what the jam is. Oh.
You're right on the pastry notes. It is
it's
a
almost
weeder.
like a cinnamon Danish with vanilla icing on top.
There's cinnamon there.
It's great.
Finish is pretty good.
The finish is really long. I mean, it is just hanging on.
Why don't you say what you think it is?
I think it's Holiday. Rick House soft wheat.
I do too.
I just think that's what it is. I love theirs, and they were just, we had them in a wheat off, and they did pretty good in that. So we just had them in our wheated blind recently. Well, we didn't have this high a proof one in there. We didn't have the Rick House proof in there.
Right.
But we own the Rick House proof. We had their basic bottled and bond one was one we drank for that. Because we were trying to keep all the proofs of that blind very similar, because it really helps your palate. But this tastes like the Rick House proof to me.
Well,
we're big fans of theirs. I hope it's them, because I love this.
I hope it's them for one reason, because then we don't have to buy it, because we already have it.
Shall we look? I'm going to be really disappointed if I'm wrong. But it's, if I'm wrong, it's probably something we don't have, and I'm going to really want it.
Yes, and that's the bad part.
Holiday soft red wheat, Missouri straight bourbon whiskey, Rick House proof.
Yeah.
Member price $71.99. It's 122.2, so we said 120.
Yeah.
6 years, 4 months, 73% Missouri corn, 15% soft red winter wheat, 12% malted barley. This is a fantastic, if you've not had this before, you need to get Holiday. Nose, they're saying soft cherries, crushed raspberry, orange. I never get those kind of notes. But on the taste, they're talking about layers, plum. I never get plum. But they're talking about raspberry scones. Instead, I was getting like this cinnamon Danish with vanilla icing on it. They're saying toffee with some black pepper. I usually get more of a white pepper on something like this. Long balanced finish. I totally agree.
Yep.
Good oak tannins, absolutely. Impressive. It's like a breakfast treat from your local bakery. Now that is a great description right there.
Yeah.
I mean, we love this one. We have this one, and we probably even have a backup bottle for it. And their bottle and bonds are fantastic too, but we kind of tend to like these heaters a little bit more. So the Rick House proof is really nice, and I think that's great. And if we didn't already have it, I would definitely want to buy it. But I think it's great. I love it.
Terrific.
And if you've not tried Holiday, you need to. And it's on our bucket list. And we talked about this during our blind, that we really want to go there. It's in Missouri, but it's really close to Kansas City. So for us, we're in Southern Indiana. That's about a 6-hour drive for us. So it's kind of a commitment, a long weekend, probably at least a 4-day weekend to do that.
Well, let's go on to number 3 then, because I like the nose.
This one doesn't have great legs. Maybe they're really heavy and they'll take a little while to form. There's got a rim, but it's not really. Sometimes if it doesn't form right away, it's just so heavy that it takes a minute to do it. So we'll sit there and see what it's doing.
Oh, they're there.
It is starting to. It's got like little pearls right now.
Oh yeah.
The rim has turned to pearls, and now we're getting some really heavy legs forming. So don't give up on your whiskey if it hasn't formed legs right away. It could be it's just so much viscosity that it takes a lot to do it.
What she said.
Oh, it smells really good.
There's
This is like a really fragrant and sweet bourbon.
I know I'm going to be way off on this, but this is the nose I'm getting is what I get when we get something that has had like grape in it. There's something about the plant.
I don't think there's anything finished. I think they would have mentioned that there was something
right,
finished,
but there's just something. I'm getting
grapevines.
I'm getting something very. I'm getting something very fresh. Because I love the smell of the vineyard.
It just smells really good.
I cannot pick up the nose. I'm like I said, it's
okay. Here's a really strange thing. We're not getting descript on the nose, but our nose is loving this.
Yeah, which is odd.
And I think it's one of those cases where our nose takes over, just saying, "No, I love this. I want to stay there. Don't bother me right now." With your commentary on what it smells like, I just want to smell it. Let's go ahead and taste it, because that's gonna. Sometimes that brings. Then we can taste it, and then we try to nose again. See. No idea.
See.
That's got some punch. I'm gonna go mid 120s on that one.
Okay, it's funny because the flavor matches the nose, and I don't know. I have no idea on this. Usually I pick up something.
I'm getting a little bit of cherry.
Okay.
So I went back to the nose just because I was confused.
Chocolate. That's chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Yeah.
And toffee. Like a toffee note.
Chocolate. No. No.
I mean, you okay?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, my favorite toffee would be like a Heath bar, right? So it's toffee covered in chocolate. So that's kind of where I'm going, right? Because it's got those almost like crunchy caramel things going on. And
the flavor profile, it's chocolate. It is dark chocolate.
It is just really, really luscious.
The only thing.
Are you still getting like a mid 120, like a 125 on this, maybe?
I'm going to say it's about 115 to 120.
I'm thinking like 125. It reminds me, I know that's not what it is because these are all craft. It reminds me a little bit of Elijah Craig on the flavor profile. I got cherry notes. I got some caramel notes. It's going back and forth with the chocolate, and that we're huge Elijah Craig fans, and I know that's not what it is, but that's kind of what it's giving me some reminiscence of that.
I am not picking that part of it up. I'm getting a dark chocolate, and it's pretty much that.
It's got fruit notes. The finish is really long and really nice. It has almost a tobacco note with it, which is beautiful. And the dark chocolate carries through on that. And it's got a little hint of black pepper, but more white pepper on the finish for me. I'm liking it. I think it's really good. I'm curious.
Definitely tobacco in the back. Okay, let's
see what C is.
Let's find out what it is.
So I have no idea, because the two I thought I might know came up first. So that's not really fair. Okay, this is a Column Still Collection cast strength straight bourbon whiskey from Rocktown Distillery, which I'm not familiar with. It is only $64.99.
Well, that's pretty good.
It is in Little Rock, Arkansas. It is 116.8, so you were close. You said 115?
Yep.
It was aged 45 months in a 25-gallon number 4 charge.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
4 char from Kelvin Cooperage. The mash bill, interestingly, is 79% Arkansas corn, 8% Arkansas wheat, and 13% barley. Fun fact, I love when they give us a fun fact. They have the honor of being the first distillery to be included twice in their lineup. So this is the one that's been here twice. We didn't know that because we've not been, unfortunately, we wish we had been with y'all for longer than that, but we haven't. So let's see, because we were so enamored with it, we weren't getting good notes.
Okay.
So I was saying on the aroma are caramel, backed up by notes of toasted walnuts, smoky vanilla, and orange blossom. Maybe coffee cake that's been, and cornbread soaked in honey. I can kind of get those corn notes. Coffee cake is more for me. I'm kind of getting, because I'm getting some cinnamon.
Corn.
Coffee cake for me would come through. Taste is like a black forest cake, which is the cherries, right? With an excellent wood presence, balanced out by black pepper and creme brulee crust with clove and caramel pudding.
I can buy the clove.
I get the creme brulee crust. That's when you break that sugar on there. And again, one of my favorite desserts that I no longer have is creme brulee. It's just way too sweet for me now. But when I can get creme brulee in a bourbon, I'm very excited about it. Finish is oak tannins, creme brulee with hints of warm honey and cinnamon toast. Sounds good to me. So it's $64.99. I may have to buy that.
It's pretty good.
So we've got the fourth one, which has to be the hazmat then.
Okay.
Because we have not found the hazmat yet. So this has, and they probably put it as D because they want to make sure our palate was warmed up. I'm just guessing.
This is darker.
It's darker.
That is
It might have a
dark.
little bit more age on it.
That's almost going closer to a like a dark amber or brown.
It's kind of definitely a almost mahogany.
Yeah.
It's more than mahogany instead of it. And it's forming some really nice legs. It's taking a little time to do that. We're getting the pearls first. Then it's turning into some legs. Let's go ahead and check out the nose. Oh, that's really good.
Honey.
Oh yeah. Caramel. I'm getting some sweet notes too. I mean, okay, we know this has to be the hazmat. I don't know what it has to be over 140. It is not burning my nose.
I'm getting confectionery sugar. Now it's funny because the nose on this is very inviting, which can be scary because if you're going to a hazmat, I mean, this is definitely not giving me a reason to stop.
Yeah, it's making you want to come in.
Yeah, and
because it's got fruit, it's fruity and it's sweet and it's got a hint of spice, but the spice isn't killing you because sometimes the really hot ones, the spice kind of kills you. This has just got this like fruit bomb going on and some sweetness that's great.
This actually, I think of the four, this has the best nose.
It's
this
a great
has
nose.
the most.
And I can go back
on.
and check to see I saved some of mine.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Oh.
To the fourth one, D.
D.
I'm just gonna say this has to be the hazmat because we haven't hit it yet. And if it is, which it should be, I can't believe this is over 140 proof. It is smooth as silk.
I would agree. Now, it's
smooth
funny
as
because,
silk.
I mean, last night fun fact, last night we went out to perform in some Irish dancing, and beforehand I had some chicken wings with the hottest sauce this place had, and that was barbaric. That was really hot.
And he usually challenges places on their hot sauces because he doesn't think most of them he thinks they're full of it. Okay. And he's like, well, and I just put a drop on my pinky on my tongue, and I was like, I couldn't get it off my tongue. It was just so hot.
So, for myself, I'm ready for a hazmat because there's nothing you're going to give me right now after last night that's going to stop me. This does not drink or smell. Gosh, if I were sitting there, I would say this is 125.
Yeah, it kind of, I would get it in a typical Elijah Craig barrel proof range, which is around 125. I don't think it smells like that. I thought this one smelled more like Elijah Craig to me, but
Now, to me, this is more like Elijah Craig,
Okay, that's funny.
but the nose is totally
It has
different.
lots of cherry. Cherry. Lots of cherry. I love a good cherry nose.
Cherry.
Oh, it's got fabulous legs too. It is an easy
cherry.
sipper. And it is such an easy sipper considering that we know it's a hazmat.
What it's reminding me of, last week we were down in Covington, and what was the soon-to-be distillery that's going to open?
Winslow Whiskey?
Winslow Whiskey. And before we left, the guy said, I want you to try something, and he poured what is called a buffalo turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't get into the whole story of that. The cherry on this reminds me of that.
Yeah, because that was super cherry forward.
It was super cherry.
Oh my gosh.
And it reminds me of that.
This is very cherry. It's like Cherry's Jubilee. It's like cherry. And with the mouthfeel being so amazing, I'm also reminiscing of, and I love New York style cheesecake, and I usually don't want anything on top of it. This reminds me when they put cherries on top of a cheesecake, because it's got this mouthfeel. It's just creamy, and it's luscious, and it just hangs on. So it's giving me that vibe of New York cheesecake with cherries on top. And the graham cracker crust even. Wow, yeah, I'm going there. Just saying. See, I don't eat that much anymore, but I love bourbon.
Well, holy spring baking challenge to you. I'll tell you right now, because I don't get that type of stuff, but I am getting a lot of cherry.
Cherry.
There's a little bit of cinnamon, which might be the heat. There's a little bit of baking spices.
Mm-hmm.
And I think of the four that we tasted, this is the best one.
It's probably my favorite.
It is the most dynamic of the four.
And the finish just goes on for days. The finish does not, and sometimes a hazmat, we have some things over 150. Sometimes a hazmat can hit you and leave you, because it's like your body's like rejecting it. It's like, okay, we can't taste that anymore, can't feel that anymore. This is just hanging on in a really wonderful hugging way.
It slightly reminds me, we have not opened it yet, but when we tried it at Old Louisville, the highest one we have, I think, is a 151. And this is reminiscent of it on the taste, but it really reminds me of the buffalo turkey we had last week.
Oh, because of the cherry note.
Yes.
Oh,
the cherry note is
well,
spot
let's
on.
find out what the heck this is, and I'm so glad we're trying it the day after we got the box, because hopefully it's still for sale, because I want to buy some of this. This is called 13th Century Whiskey Company. I've never heard of this. Toasted barrel straight bourbon whiskey. The member price is $124.99. That does not make me shy away from this whatsoever. It is out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. So that's the Rocky Mountain one. The proof is 140.5. So it's just barely a legal hazmat. Not that it's legal. That's not really a technical term. It's 6 years old, but 5 years in a 30-gallon, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 casks, char levels. So a char 2, 3, 4, and 5.
That's different.
1 year finishing in a 53-gallon, heavily toasted char 1 cask.
That's pretty deep.
So the toast notes, that's probably what we're getting there too, is the toast notes. It's 88% corn, 7% rye. So that's a little bit of spice we're getting with that little 7%, 5% malted barley. Fun fact, this hazmat proof whiskey is aged at the base of Pikes Peak in a blend of toasted and charred oaks, including charred levels 1, 2, 3, 4, and the rare 5. Hardly anyone uses 5.
Yeah.
So they say for the aroma, it opens with a wine-soaked oak stave, toasted, roasted cinnamon almonds. Oh gosh, I haven't had those in a long time. The San Diego Zoo used to sell those roasted cinnamon almonds. Oh, they were so good. Warm pecan pie and vanilla ice cream, toasted herbs, and very approachable. I'm going to smell that again.
Well, now that the glass has gone down,
I can see that pecan going on.
Well, I can get the char. I can get the fact that it's a level 5 char. There's because there's a tad bit of smokiness in there that is just.
So here's the taste. Taste is elegant wood presence with notes of rich mahogany cigar box, leather and walnut skins, sarsaparilla, candied ginger, and s'mores with strawberry marshmallows. So they're saying it was strawberry versus cherry that we were getting. But for me, I got cherry. But I can see the strawberry. I can see where you're getting that. The whiskey is spicing and warming. Absolutely. It's great. Finish is, the wood continues, drying tannins. But I didn't think it was dry. I mean, I thought it was great. Mm-hmm. A dark roast coffee beans. Let's try that. I can see where they're coming from the strawberries. I'm still feeling like it's more cherry to me. Buckwheat honey and remnants of the finish on a cask strength cognac. That's fantastic. Oh, I'm loving this. This is a must buy. I think it did say limit 1. So that's a must buy. If we don't have this JT Mellick, I would buy it, but I think we might. We know we have this one. I might have to buy C&D. I thought they were both very good.
Well, I'm going to go back over them. And once again, getting back to Ben Holiday.
I was going to start with Mellick, but you finished your Mellick. I think the Mellick, if you have not tried JT Mellick's rice whiskey, you must do that. We reviewed it before we had the channel going, but it's on our website. So I will put a link in this to that to show you what the tasting notes were for the 3 bottles that we have of it.
It is a terrific distillery. They are doing something that really, I don't know if anybody else is doing it.
I've not heard of anyone else doing rice whiskey.
But it is fantastic. It's a bottle.
I mean, normally you think about that in sake and things like that, but this is not sake. And this one, of course, Holiday. Again, I know I said it before, I'm going to say it again. If you've not had Ben Holiday, you need to get some Ben Holiday. It's very nicely distributed now, so it's available in a lot of places. I would definitely check it out. We want to go their distillery because they have some distillery-only releases that we think would be fantastic. Again, that's near Kansas City. It's in Missouri. This one here that I'd never heard of, I really enjoyed this one a lot. And it has that pecan nuttiness on that one that I really enjoy. I like that. I want to buy this one.
Okay, if you can only buy one, what would you get?
The last one.
Yeah.
But I can buy 2 if I want to.
This was a very good tasting. I know that people at times, when you're doing this type of reviewing, are really hoping that you will just not like something. And there are times it's good. There are times it's good. There are times it's meh. These were all outstanding picks. I feel very fortunate once again that we own versions or the first 2. That saves money. The last 2 we do not have. The 4th one
we need to acquire.
This last one
is phenomenal
for a hazmat. I mean, once again,
it's gentle for a hazmat.
And once again, if you were going to pick one, you agree. It's this one. D. Because for a hazmat,
but I'm not letting this puppy go by because this Arkansas baby needs some attention too.
Well, and in the case
so this is about supporting craft distilleries too.
But in the case with the Arkansas,
which we do.
In the case with the Arkansas, the one thing it has an advantage with is price point.
Yeah, which means we can get it
because it's almost 2 for 1 in price. But this hazmat, there is a lot going on, and I don't think it's done. I think a bottle of this.
I can't wait to get a bottle of this. And unfortunately, it said we can only buy 1, but we're going to buy 1. We'll do that before the day's over with.
Yeah, I think a bottle of this opening up will be really outstanding.
Great. And I just want to say again, how much, I mean, this is our 5th blind barrel box. We love blind barrels. We love the folks that run it. We love their collaborations that they do. We love that they focus on putting a spotlight on craft distillers, which is so important because so few people do that today. And I can't express enough how much value I think that we get out of this. And even though this time we happen to recognize 2 of them, that has never happened to us before.
Right.
So, it's like, and even so, I loved it being part of the tasting. And I will put a link in there. We did sign up as an affiliate for them because we believe in them and we want to support them and we want them to keep doing this because we want to see the craft distillers get spotlighted across the country like this and have their bottles purchased. So, we make a small commission, but it helps our channel. So it'd be great if you want to sign up, if you would use our link to sign up to do blind barrels, that'd be terrific and we really appreciate it. We don't ask for anything typically. So
Yeah.
if you thought this was fun and it looks interesting, check out the link that I'm going to post and see what you think about it. I mean, you can try one, or you can sign up for the year. We signed up for the year the first time. You save a little money by signing up for the whole year.
It was a very outstanding taste, and once again, they've done a really good job at what they picked. They definitely, as I've said before, what Joe Madden used to say when he was a manager with the Cubs, try not to suck, and they really don't. They make sure to go ahead and really go out of their way to make sure that there is some good stuff in these little bottles for us to try. Because, you know, if it ended up being lousy stuff, they're not going to make any money.
Yeah.
And the distillers are not going to make any money.
They're going to be stuck with bottles.
Yeah.
So you know they're going to pick good bottles for you because they don't want to hang on to them. They want to sell them.
Yep. So I'm going to take number 4
Okay,
because
I'll do
I've
that
got the
too.
most in there, and I really, really like it. This is the one that we will definitely be buying today for sure.
And that one too.
And she'll buy whatever. She doesn't listen to me. I'm just
I like that one too.
I'm just here for window dressing. But anyway, cheers to all of you. Remember to always drink responsibly, and please hit subscribe and follow what we do if you like it. Cheers. Have a great day.
And cheers to everyone at Blind Barrels and Bourbon Real Talk, because you collaborated on this one. Cheers.
Cheers.